Welcome everyone to the Black Girl Digital Academy. My name is Latoya Shambo, but you can call me Shambo. It is a pleasure to have you all here. I've led campaigns for brands like Disney, Subaru, Viacom. I've worked in the industry for over 20 years. I've had my agency for 10 years. I've brought brand deals to thousands of creators, and my mission is simple: to make this creator economy more inclusive, more informative, and profitable. Right. So I built this ecosystem because I really feel like we all deserve access to the information, to the resources, and the tools. But let's move on. Building your pitch strategy, turning your influence into income. For those of you who wake up every day just winging it, stop. Today, stop. I'm here to tell you that strategy is not an option. It is the thing that will propel you. It is the thing that will separate you. So let's jump in. All right, you want to work with these brands, and it all starts with you positioning your value. It's really not about being the loudest all the time. Sometimes that does work in your favor, but that's not what I'm talking about today. It is really about being clear. So let's tap into what that looks like. Now, your presentation, whether it's in a media kit, whether you're sending an email, a one sheet, it really doesn't matter what you're sending. What matters is the information that you're sending, right? So whether, again, the details that you put into your email, into your media kit, your one sheet is what's going to propel you further. So that brand marketer or PR person or whomever is reading this email, they're looking quickly at bop, 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 bop. They're looking for specific details. Sometimes they want more information. Leave room for them to ask for more information. But your pitch is essentially your first impression. So don't overcomplicate it. Know your audience. Be very clear about who you are and what you stand for, how you show up on your platform. Share your engagement rates. As Christina mentioned, engagement rate is something that is critical and important in that decision-making process. If you have content examples, is always great. And then what are you offering? You don't have to share your rate immediately if you don't feel comfortable doing that, and if it wasn't an ask, but definitely share the placements that you offer, or if it's packages that you offer, so that it's clear that what it is that they're buying. Now, let's break down the value framework. I can't stress this enough, and I say it all the time. Knowing your worth is one thing. You should wake up and know your worth. You should wake up and know who you are, what you bring, like your whole thing. You should know that, right? So knowing your worth is one thing. But being able to articulate your value is what's going to close the deal. A brand marketer, they don't know you, right? So they are not, they shouldn't know your worth. But once you are clear about what you bring to the table and how you're going to shift, shape, and increase and transform their brand through a partnership, that's the value, right? And that's what's going to close the deal. Visibility is knowing who and how many people you reach, right? And then voice is how much they trust you. And being able to articulate all of that is what's going to drive the value up for your brand, for your platform, for what it is that you're trying to achieve. Now, and here is a 7 pitch strategy. Again, you cannot wake up and wing it. You can, but I don't recommend that. You should absolutely know that when you are going out, it's not just a pitch, it is positioning with precision. Who are you trying to pitch to, and why? How will you reach them? Is it email, DM? Do you need a warm intro? Is it LinkedIn? But again, another webinar for another day. Purpose. What's the campaign vision? Or are you just cold pitching, right? You're just saying, hey, get to know me. Here are my numbers. Here's my value, period. And then What will you say in your email? How will you present yourself? And then what's the proof behind what it is that you're presenting? They always want to know, well, did you do this for someone else or is this your first time? And if it is your first time, be clear, be transparent. This is your first time. And be open to doing it for free if it is your first time. Not, you don't have to. I'm just saying it's your first time. And then the goal. This is where I find a lot of creators fall flat, is not having a clear timeline in which they're trying to close the deal, a timeline in which they want to hear back, a timeline in which, or a budget in which they want to close with this deal. You should always know the timeline in which you are trying to facilitate an opportunity, so that you can really create trackable steps, as well as know when you have to close out that just like, hey, closing this out, see that there's no interest, or, I'll follow up in the next 30 days. You should be very clear on that timeline goal in addition to your budget bottom line goal. Now, I was going to do a slide on reporting, but I need a whole deck. You hear me? I need a whole deck on reporting. But I do want to make sure I get to the invoice essentials, because I see this all the time. Creators just don't know what to include on their invoice. A quick pro tip: just submit it immediately after your deliverables go live. Always include your screenshots, analytics for proof of performance, and ask them to confirm receipt. I promise you that will help. I promise you that will help. I do have a quick poll, because this is always a pain point. I'm gonna skip that slide because I do want to get to the poll. And I just understand, again, where there's some challenges that's happened for you as it relates to payments. Two quick questions. It'll take you 2 quick seconds. I'm always so curious, because this is an industry challenge, industry-wide challenge, not just with creators, but just agencies in general. I hear so many horror stories about people still waiting to get paid. I mean, I have a horror story, but I won't share that today. Wow. Very cool. Very interesting. I'll let that poll sit up for a second and just go into just recapping everything. I'm really glad that we were able to cover the ecosystem. Again, knowing who's at the table, as well as knowing the players that run the space. This question is so good. Creators are, you drive community, you should be leading concepts, you should be putting your authenticity at the forefront of everything that you do. Christina had some really great takeaways from how brand deals happen from a large brand perspective. The biggest thing is take it with a grain of salt, because a lot of brands are still trying to figure it out, and they're always willing to work with you. So negotiate with your pitch strategy. Always lead with a strategy. Package your metrics, your narrative, your niche. Use the 7P strategy to really gain alignment and excellence in how you move forward in building your pipeline, your sales pipeline, that is. Move with professionalism as it relates to your payment, and always include your contact information. And one other thing: how you want to be paid. How do you want your payment to be sent to you? Is it direct deposit, check, PayPal? Who knows? Just make sure that is always included on your invoice. Okay, let me share the poll so you guys can see what the results are here for that. Awesome. So I do want to spend maybe give me 3 more minutes, and I will let you all jam on your day. I am generally not chatty, but here we are. I do want to introduce the BGD Academy. It's really about excellence where creativity meets credibility. We're building this platform for emerging creators to learn from the best in the game, whether that is creators or your peers or industry executives. There's just so much that we're going to be rolling out over the course of forever. So stay tuned. Our purpose, again, is really to transform all of you amazing creators into creative entrepreneurs, create a platform for the experience to support you as well in that journey while building legacy. And our mission is to at least do that with 10,000 creators over the next 10 years. And our belief is that we can do it. I've been hit with a lot of like big visions and big dreams, and they are all super scary, and I'm here for it though. Our belief is that the creator economy isn't just about followers. It's really about ownership. And we hope that through the Academy, we can help you build all of that, learn all of that, and monetize your influence and legacy at the end of the day. So that being said, how can you support? And again, don't worry, all of this information will be shared with you after the webinar and via email. So you can join our free Slack community. In there, we'll be doing a lot of chatting, a lot of connecting, a lot of peer-to-peer conversations. You can become a member. You can attend a workshop. I have a couple of workshops coming up in the next couple of weeks. Again, I'll share that information later, and then you can apply to teach. If you've been a creator for at least 5 years and you have some success under your belt and you really want to share and help shape and shift this economy, please apply to the Academy. Here is, you can scan the QR code to join the free Slack community. If you have any challenges joining and jumping in, feel free to shoot me an email. I will sort it out and get you in there ASAP. I'll be in there tomorrow, guys. I can't promise I'm going to be in there tonight, but I'll be in there tomorrow. Now, just some quick benefits of becoming a member. There will be weekly creator office hours. So that looks like meeting with myself, meeting with other creators, meeting with industry execs, and asking questions. Maybe you just want to bounce some ideas. Maybe you have an opportunity and you just want to review something. So I really think that is going to be super, super powerful. As a member in the community, we'll be hosting more masterclasses like this, more webinars, a lot of workshops. There'll be resources, templates, scripts, you name it, all the things that you'll have access to. And then again, you'll also be a part of the peer-to-peer creator community, and then discounts on events and activations. So immediately as a member, you'll gain 50% off all and any events that we do. That includes our award show that we have every year and our Creator Palooza Marketplace. So I'm super excited about that. More details to come in the later dates. And the membership options are $27 a month. You can do that monthly, or if you just want to commit and hang with me for the year, I'm here for that. I am here for that. The membership is $275. If you do want to just kind of dip your toe in and get to know your girl and all the creators and the executives that will be rolling out over the next 3 months, there is a quarterly option at $75 every quarter. And nothing is holding you hostage. You can cancel at any time, but we would love to have you. So officially, the membership will open July 7th. So apply today if you're ready to get started. It is an interview process. I really only want to I can only interview 100 people, just a capacity thing. And I want to make sure I meet everyone. I want to make sure our goals align. You're in line with the mission and you're ready to work, right? Because we're not sitting around just chatting. If you know me, I get to work. I get busy. The people I keep in my circle, we get busy. We're about working. If we say we're going to do something, we're holding each other accountable. So you definitely got to be ready to get to work to get you to the excellence and the money, right? But if you still have a couple of questions left, definitely book a discovery call. My calendar is open. I do think I need to make an update because it looks like there is a date in there for the 20th. It ain't real. That date is not, do not book me on the 20th. I will not be here. But definitely get on my calendar. If you have any questions, let me know. Please, again, drop your questions in the chat if you do have any questions. I thought I shared the poll results already, but I didn't. I just did if I didn't. And as I mentioned, if you are still here, thank you so much. We are 6 minutes over. I am so grateful for your time. I spoke as fast and as clear as I possibly could. Here is your bonus. Again, if you can't scan it for whatever reason, it will be emailed to you. So you'll be able to access that. And basically what this campaign metrics cheat sheet is, it's filled with definitions and formulas just so you can have a basic understanding of how media is planned at a basic level so that when you're looking at your reports and you're looking at your metrics, you can have a basic and clear understanding of what you're reading. Now, I just spewed out a lot of things in the last 7 minutes, and I am going to jump in the chat and see what y'all chatting about because I couldn't see all this time. But make sure you follow us over at Black Girl Digital. You can hashtag BGD Academy. You can follow me, Latoya Shambo, if you aren't already. But I'm a LinkedIn girly. Please, LinkedIn.